What is up, people of YouTube? I'm the Need for Speed Beast. So, IGN here has a hands-on preview of the highly anticipated game called Screamer. I was really interested in the game, and yeah, since new information has dropped, I want to react to this new hands-on preview and give my thoughts. And yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So yeah, it starts off with a race. It's all cyberpunk style.
Much like all-you-can-eat Pizza Hut's reasonably priced concert tickets and the secret world of Alex Mack, Screamer is something I enjoyed in the 1990s.
Oh, so Screamer is actually not really new. It was an IP that existed since the 90s, but has since gone dormant for quite a long time. Like, what was another game? Tokyo Extreme Racer. But thankfully, it came back. This is a huge reboot, like a brand new overhaul, if you know what I mean.
But essentially disappeared from our lives decades ago.
From what I've heard, yeah.
The original Screamer, released in 1995,
Wow, this is almost as old as Need for Speed.
was one of a trio of games developed by Italian studio Graffiti before it quickly rebranded itself as Milestone a year later. An over-the-top arcade racing game exclusively for PC, it arrived rapidly in the slipstream of pioneering 3D races like the Need for Speed,
I would have loved to play that on the PS1.
Ridge Racer, and Destruction Derby, and was followed by a sequel and two one-and-done spin-offs, but has faded into relative obscurity since. However, over a quarter of a century since Milestone's final Screamer game, the series is howling back to
So obviously, I don't think there's going to be a free roam. And it's all cyberpunk style. It's like, what if cyberpunk met Burnout, Need for Speed, etc.? I like the cyberpunk setting. It's very futuristic and beautiful, if you know what I mean. I love the Asian influences and the futuristic vehicles. Special shout out to my cousin, or one of my cousins, for introducing me to the cyberpunk genre with that one game.
the track with
Cyberpunk 2077.
a wild new look
Wow, that I love the details.
and an interestingly nuanced suite of controls and power-ups that
I did hear that the right stick on the controller would be used to initiate drifts, and honestly I was a bit concerned because honestly I feel like it's gonna take me a while to get used to it, but still I'm really excited for the game. I'm really excited for the game.
shake up the slamming, the shifting, and even the steering.
Okay, Luke Riley. Just be fair on the game. On the preview.
According to game director Federico Cardini, Screamer is a game Milestone has long wanted to resurrect, but you should know it's more the name that's being brought back here.
A brand new arcade racer. Please, 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 I hope it doesn't have the predatory microtransaction system or loot boxes, etc. Blah blah blah. You see, those types of monetization systems can really magnify the greed in people.
That is, aside from the title, there
I love this track. The night, the neon, like, glows really bright in the night. I love the city. The city looks very beautiful.
really isn't anything immediately significant in the new Screamer that meaningfully reminds me of the original. Dramatic changes of identity are usually kryptonite for sequels.
Well, obviously, this is more than just a sequel. This is a full-on reboot. A reimagining of the long gone classic.
And reboots, especially belated ones, but I actually don't think it's a problem in Screamer's case. The original was an impressive game for its time, but it was admittedly otherwise largely typical of arcade racing games in that era. The new
Wait, was that a Lamborghini Diablo?
was admittedly otherwise largely typical of arcade racing games in that era.
Not. I thought the number 7 was a SV.
The new one is a bit of a different story. You can't describe Screamer in a single sentence the way you can with a lot of arcade racing games. A good deal of arcade races generally allow you to count the number of pertinent instructions on your nipples. That is, there are only 2: accelerate and steer. After an hour of hands-on driving and drifting with Screamer, it's clear there's a lot more to it than this, and it's this depth that makes it quite fascinating.
Man, I can already tell this game is gonna be so fun. I'm a huge fan of arcade racers, especially Need for Speed, Midnight Club, and I'm glad to see that drifting is gonna be a focus. I hope there's nitrous as well. Oh, it's a boost.
Screamer is a twin-stick racing game, and it
Oh, a twin stick. Yeah, that's what it's called. I remembered I had that as a part of a Game Pass subscription.
instantly reminds me of 2020's inertial drift in this.
Yeah, an initial drift. Don't know why I don't play it as much.
Sense. While the left stick is used for conventional steering, the right stick is used to add drift angle. In simple terms, the left stick controls the front of the car and the right stick basically controls the rear. It's easier to grasp than it perhaps sounds, but it does require a certain deftness on both sticks to make the necessary adjustments to your angle.
Okay, the twin stick steering, it does seem a bit intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. But I am hoping that I can get used to it and I can master it.
It goes much further than this, however, as Screamer also packs a potent range of power-ups that are extracted
Awesome, a powered up racing game. Love it.
from 2 separate gauges that fill based on certain actions. Inspired by fighting games, Screamer calls this its echo system, where using one side of the gauge affects the other side. There's a shotgun spray of bespoke in-game terminology that you'll encounter if and when you play Screamer yourself.
So that must be the Badlands.
But I'm going to avoid most of that here because I think it'll only serve to make Screamer sound a little impenetrable. On track and in the thick of it, it's all fairly intuitive, so I'll try to describe it as such. Essentially, the left side of the gauge will fill throughout a race both passively and via certain actions, like perfectly timed shifts. Screamer's vehicles have semi-automatic transmissions, so they'll shift automatically if you're overwhelmed or you forget. But if you nail your upshifts, you'll fill the left gauge faster. It's not a remotely racing-related comparison, but it reminded me of Gears of War's active reload system. The left gauge is used to provide both boosts and shields against attacking opponents. Even boosts are handled differently, with a press, hold and release mechanic that you need to time by using an on-screen icon. Get the release spot on and you'll earn a longer and more effective boost than standard. So what of the gauge on the right? Well, you fill the gauge on the right by
I'm gonna have to get used to the boost. Hope it isn't that bad.
using the power-ups afforded by the gauge on the left. The gauge on the right allows you to use offensive abilities Screamer has dubbed Strike and Overdrive. Strike is a temporary boost in speed during which any other car you smash into will explode.
Now that
Overdrive
seems fun. That seems fun. I like the strike.
is an indefinite boost that lasts until you crash.
Wow, the graphics seem... It's like Need for Speed Unbound, but better. And without the stupid shitty characters.
Overdrive is pretty tough to use on the twistiest portions of the tracks, After a certain amount of time locked in overdrive, you'll reach a critical state where even a brush off a wall will see you blow up.
Oh, damn.
It is extremely quick though, and it's a power-up I observed the AI was always willing to deploy at every opportunity.
Oh, there's a warning gauge on the screen.
Like the 1995 original, Screamer features a roster of unlicensed cars. However, while the original game's cars were clearly...
Oh, the originals were based on real-life cars, but the reboot is going to have cars that are completely fictional.
Just debadged versions of iconic 90s sports cars and exotics with otherwise generic names, the cars in the upcoming Screamer are wild, anime-inspired vehicles covered in aggressive time attack-style aero.
That's gonna be awesome. In Need for Speed Unbound, there was a body kit for the BMW M1. Man, that was such an insane body kit, and yeah, that's why I think of this. That's why I brought up the M1 in Unbound when I saw the kits for for this game, Screamer.
The anime inspiration extends beyond the cars too. Indeed, Milestone has partnered with Japanese animation studio Polygon Pictures for Screamer's story.
Ooh, the story mode!
We weren't privy to any of these cutscenes during our preview, but I did get to race as a variety of different characters, each of whom have different abilities that alter how they fill their...
Interesting. Honestly, I would prefer to play as an unnamed street racer, but that doesn't seem bad.
Power gauge and how their cars handle. There's a really significant difference in car feel across characters, so even though the handling is quite easy to pick up, it is not one note.
So I assume it is easy to pick up and difficult to master.
Milestone achieved the improbable.
Oh yeah, I remember. I have this game. Actually, I have two of them. The original Unleashed and Unleashed 2 Turbocharged. Really good games, although I'm honestly not good at the drifting.
In 2021 with Hot Wheels Unleashed, creating a gorgeous and highly approachable arcade racing banger that far exceeded any expectations one might have had of a game.
I just hope Screamer can allow you to customize your car, but I guess it's wait and see.
Based on a licensed toy. It's a very different sort of racing experience to the Hot Wheels Unleashed series, but after my hour with it, I'm not expecting Screamer to quietly come and go when it arrives in 2026.
Yeah, while everyone's waiting for GTA 6, I'm waiting for Screamer.
For more on Screamer, you can check out the latest trailer, and for everything else, stick with IGN.
Okie dokie, so I guess I'll definitely give this game a shot. So far, I'm really excited. I love the presentation. The twin stick driving will be difficult, but practice makes perfect. And this is like the cyberpunk cartoony anime style done right. Need for Speed Unbound fucked it up, but I think Screamer will do it right. So yeah, I'm excited for the game. I'll leave the review, the original clip on the description and in the pinned comment. And yeah, if you enjoyed this reaction, be sure to drop a big like and consider subscribing if you want to support this channel. I'm the Need for Speed Beast, and see you all next time.